Ladies and gentlemen, this, ladies and gentlemen, is an international cruiserweight contest of 8 3-minute rounds. Introducing firstly in the blue corner, wearing the royal blue trunks trimmed with white, coming from Las Vegas in the United States of America, weighing in at 14 stone 5 pounds, bringing to the ring a 48-fight professional record, 38 wins, 28 by way of knockout, with 9 losses and 1 draw. He's a former IBF Cruiserweight Champion of the world, presenting and introducing King Arthur Williams. And his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, across the ring in the red corner, wearing the all-white trunks, fighting out of Bermondsey in South London, weighing in at 14 stone 3 pounds, bringing to the ring an outstanding record, 9 big knockouts from 9 contests. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the new sensation, David Haye. The referee for this contest, Mr. Jeff Hines, and this is 8 3-minute rounds.
Gentlemen, join me. Gentlemen, 8 rounds or less. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Any questions here, David? Any questions, Arthur? Touch gloves, good luck.
Well, no questions from the participants, but 1 or 2 questions are going to be asked of David Haye this evening.
David? Right there.
Referee Jeff Hines insists that they both go to the corners before the timekeeper rings the bell for the start of this scheduled 8-rounder. And it's not surprising for a man in his 10th professional contest to meet a man who's fast approaching the half-century. But normally, when you put someone like David Haye against a man who's approaching almost 50 contests, you expect him to have been, well, a bit of a journeyman. But not so. The man they call King Arthur Williams, born nearly 40 years ago in Pensacola in Florida, and now boxing out of Las Vegas. And his record is very impressive. Former IBF Cruiserweight Champion and twice a loser to the outstanding Orland Norris for the WBA crown. And as David Haye, Duke McKenzie, bitten off more than he can chew?
Well, we're about to find that out. You know, what Williams fails to remember is that, you know, all achievements are empty surpassed and all records broken, all reputations fade.
Very good right hand by David Haye, who has taken a shot or 2 in his time and hasn't liked it. This is good stuff from the youngster. It's been nearly 3 years since he won the World Silver Medal in the Amateur Championships in Belfast, losing to the excellent Cuban Orlani Solis, having had the Cuban down. And Haye has won 9 out of 9, all inside the distance. And in those 9 contests, he's had only 17 rounds of boxing. And he's trying to get big Arthur Williams out of here pretty quickly.
Well, he's got to be just a little bit careful in as much as...
Oh, what a form of attack by David Haye. Williams has nothing to answer. This is the most spectacular demolition of a man who's been in with everyone. Comes here after a hard 10-rounder in Russia, and Haye is threatening to dethrone the man they used to call King Arthur when he was right at the top of the cruiserweight division. This is David Haye at his most focused.
Well, Haye's showing him absolutely no respect whatsoever. He's just walking through.
Well, despite his advancing years, Williams is still rated in around the top 20 in the world. David Haye in the 60s. A victory tonight for David Haye would leapfrog him up something 40 places in the cruiserweight rankings and will put shivers of fear into a lot of cruiserweights around Europe and around the world, because Haye threatened to end this contest in the first round, and there's still 40 seconds to go, and he might yet do it. Williams is wincing under the power of the Haye punches, and Williams so far hasn't thrown a meaningful shot. And remember, we did see David Haye get knocked down when he had his defense all over the place a couple of contests ago. But this is David Haye looking extremely competent and extremely tough and extremely focused. Williams has had no time to get himself composed whatsoever.
Well, he started off obviously nice and snappy, nice and fast, looked to stamp his authority straight away.
What a good opening round by David Haye against quality opposition, and probably his best 3 minutes of professional boxing. Pretty good advice, don't force it, but when he does force it, he looks very impressive, David Haye. There's that left jab of his straight into the face of Arthur Williams, looking for the opening. That was just on the button, but look at that variation. Went to the waistline, then the hook to the head, and then the right to follow. Well, the interesting thing as well, Duke, about this contest is that Arthur Williams has actually boxed as a heavyweight. He's lost a decision to Chris Bird, so he's been a lot heavier than he is at the moment. He's a couple of pounds heavier than David Haye, who looks in splendid condition at 14 stones and 3 pounds.
Yeah, he certainly does. As you said before, Williams is boxing a high calibre, much higher than David Haye, who's got a wealth of experience, former world champion, obviously, as we've already said. But so far, Haye's not overawed at all. He just seems to be enjoying this.
Haye, a veteran of 2 World Amateur Championships. 99 in Houston, when he lost to the eventual gold medal winner, and a couple of years later in Belfast when he took the silver. Best any British boxer has done in the World Championships.
Every now and again, Williams just tries a looping left hook over the top of David Haye's right hand. He hasn't had any real success with it, but there it is again, tried it again.
Did you get the impression, Duke, from what Adam Booth said in the Haye corner, that he's quite happy for his man to go the 8 rounds and get the all-important work under his belt?
I think so, Because what we're seeing from Haye again is just controlled aggression. It's nothing erratic like we've seen before with him when he gets a little bit too right-hand happy. He's controlling this fight.
Wonderful expression of concentration on the face of David Haye, which has very rarely been ruffled.
He's like a poker player in this fight. He's just staying absolutely straight-faced and not showing his cards. He just whips in a nice little flurry and gets back out of range. The left hand still for me is much too low, but you know, hey, that's David Haye all over.
Well, I think Haye certainly is holding most of the aces in this stage. Wonderful speed with that left round the corner of the right hand of Arthur Williams.
It's youth against experience.
Williams has lost recently to some very good men. The current IBF champion, Kelvin Davis, and also the excellent O'Neill Bell. He's lost twice to him and was stopped twice by him, but apart from Bell and Vasily Girov, very few people have actually stopped him. And Williams is showing signs. Oh, that was a great shot by Haye with the right hand. That his face is really taking a lot of hard shots, and I'm not sure that Williams really fancies going the 8 rounds. If Haye can catch up with a great uppercut by Haye, he is showing terrific variation against a wily old, albeit perhaps just past his prime campaigner. Good right hand. Oh, this is surely the referee must stop this. Jeff Hines is having a look at it. That was a ferocious left hand, and what a victory for David Haye. Whether or not Williams came here with any genuine appetite or any genuine ambition, well, is a matter for serious debate. But what is not a matter for debate is how good is David Haye. That was a terrific performance against a man with, well, 40 more professional contests, a former world champion, a former world contender, against a comparative novice into double figures in his professional career just this evening. What an onslaught that was from David Haye. Head and body shots, and Williams, all of a sudden the years caught up with him. You cannot deny that at 40 he was certainly well past his best, and Arthur Williams really didn't want to know, and well, the referee Jeff Hines had no option but to end this contest.
Well, it was an exceptionally brilliant fight by David Haye in terms of where he was in the ring. In terms of ring generalship, he was perfect. In terms of timing, he was even better, and his punch power was just absolutely spot on. Never wasted a shot all night. Showed great control. Very, very impressive. Look at that left hook right